Welcome and karibuni to Aroma of Zanzibar. Today I'm going to share with you how I'm making this gorgeous red velvet marble cake. Now for this cake I'm using about 2.5 cups of sugar and 1 cup of unsalted butter. I'll be using 6 eggs as well as 2 teaspoons of baking powder and about half a teaspoon of kosher salt, which I'm mixing into my 3 cups of all-purpose flour, which is about 385 grams. Okay, and I've got a thick yogurt here, plain yogurt, that I diluted to get into a nice thick buttermilk to this consistency. That's about 1.5 cups. And when I talk about cups, a lot of people want to know what kind of cups. These are the cups I use to measure, and these are the spoons that I use to measure. And I'm just adding about 2 teaspoons of vanilla into the yogurt or buttermilk. And I've starting my creaming method, which is the butter and the sugar. Please make sure the butter, the eggs, and the buttermilk are in room temperature. My butter was not so in room temperature, and I'll show you later the results. Okay, so I creamed these for about 10 minutes to get to this consistency. I'm looking for something nice, light, fluffy, and creamy. Okay, so you just want to scrape the ball. And then I creamed it again for about 2 minutes. And then start adding the eggs one at a time. Okay, make sure that the egg is well combined before you do the next addition of the egg. And I did this for all the 6 eggs. And you can see my mixture is kind of curdled or splitting up because my butter was not in room temperature. My butter has been in and out of the fridge for 3 days trying to attempt to make this cake. And then I add the buttermilk into the mixture. And you just want to mix this for another 2 minutes on medium speed. You see how it is? It works with some cakes, and with some cakes it doesn't really work. Okay, you may lose the texture that you're looking for when you have a batter like this. Okay, and then after that started adding the flour, and I did mine in about 5 additions. You don't have to measure them, and you just want to fold it gently inside and then outward. Now this cake I was inspired by the blogger called I Love Cake Decorating, or I Heart Cake Decorating. I will put the link at the bottom below. And it really attracted me. The colors are just so beautiful. And I really don't have to wait for Valentine or Christmas to make something like this. Okay, so you just want to mix it well until you get something so creamy like this. You can use the machine. You can continue with your machine if you're using the hand mixer or any kind of mix, tool. Okay, so now for the swirl, I've got 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of vinegar. Okay, this is what's going to make the red velvet bring, you get those beautiful, wonderful flavors of red velvet. It's the combination of the baking soda, vinegar, and the chocolate. The chemistry that takes place in that is what red velvet is all about. Okay, so I'm using the gel color, and I was almost finishing my color, so I decided to just mix it with the vinegar. And then the batter. I don't know why I did not sift my cocoa powder. Sometimes I do strange things that I don't understand myself, but I think I was just tired. I bake these cakes in the middle of the night every day. Okay, so sometimes I'm just too overwhelmed. Okay, so we're just gonna mix this well and add the red color. Now, if you don't have the red color, I have seen blue velvets and I've seen green velvets. You can have a green velvet, you can have a blue velvet. Maybe we can try purple velvet. I don't know if there is one. So you can create any color you want. It's okay. I just want to mix this well and get a nice red color there. So I've got my oven on 350 degrees, which is about 175 Celsius. And I'm using a burnt pan. You can use any kind of pan, and it's I have applied some fat and then dusted it with all-purpose flour. So I'm starting with my white batter here. And then the red. Now the batter, the ratio, you can have it half and half, or you can have it 1/3 and 1/4 and what do you call 1/4 and 3/4. I had 1/3 and 2/3. Okay, then goes the red again. And we're gonna finish this with a white. This cake, I'm telling you, it's to die for. When I tried this cake for the first time, I think I made it 3 times in a row. You know, as soon as it got over, I baked it again and I baked it again. It's like, it's one of the, hot item in my house. Okay, people just love it. I mean, we all love red velvet, and I think I love cake decorating my heart. Hers is a marble pound cake. Okay, so I'm making a swirl. You don't have to make a swirl if you don't want to. You can just have it the way it is. And we're just gonna tap it a little to remove those air bubbles. So after 55 minutes, my cake is so gorgeous, as you can see. Make sure that it's cool, and we're just gonna release it from the pan. And oops, I forgot to do the center. And you're just gonna flip it like that. Ta-da! There you go. See how beautiful this is? And we're just gonna sprinkle some sugar, powdered sugar. You can use cream cheese glaze if you want. And that's it. This is very simple and very, very delicious cake. And let me just show you a slice, and you can see how gorgeous and how the red color looks, and so beautiful. You see how wonderful this cake looks? It really, really tastes beautiful. So thank you so much. For more recipes, please visit me at Aroma of Zanzibar, and you'll find all the ingredients in the description box below.